Probably. Alright. That is not the button I wanted to push. Okay, there we go. Considering... One moment. Okay, so I was not being the smartest in my prognostications when I last played. Mainly, I didn't even consider the most obvious point of suspicion that I should have been going on. Determining who in the video game, you know, the girls A through E, the in-game video game, who among them murdered Girl E. Because Girl E is our stand-in for my hero, of course. Because, like, what the hell's the point of anything if that's not relevant? I can't believe that never even occurred to me before. But I had some time in between streams to really consider things. I still don't know who, because it's hard keeping all the names straight. And, like, God, I need to see if I can find, perhaps... Oh, side note, I'm a little slightly infuriated that, literally almost all of my favorite characters in this game are, like, directly involved with this case. I think there's, like, let's see, everyone except Gundam, I think. Let's see, I'm Hajime, yeah. Nagito's a major. I don't like him, but, like, he's involved, in the investigation, at least. But, yeah, we have, what? Fuyuhiko, I'm enjoying him so far. Akane is okay. Okay, maybe I exaggerated a little bit. I forgot about Chiaki in the moment. I'm still suspicious of Sonya. In fact, but yeah, I like Hiyoko perhaps more than anybody who's ever played this game, based on some of the chat I've seen. My hero was Best Girl, mainly because she's the only person I've starred so far. I love Mikan. I love Ibuki. I'm fond of Peko. Fond of Fuyuhiko. Like, I'm just sitting here like, why does one of my favorite characters have to die? Watch, I say, this is gonna end up being Kazuichi somehow. He's got the perfect alibi, but who the heck needs an alibi, right? It was Monami. Alright, anyway. I want to get some names from the... this is what's irritating me. Like, the game is a major part of solving this case, and they won't let me revisit it. It's actually a little irritating. Oh, I hope you memorized all that crap. Like, I'm sure it'll come up during non-stop debate and stuff, but, like, it was genuinely irritating. was Teru Teru. Still cooking for Monokuma from the grave. That's what he's doing. But anyway, yeah, thoroughly confused on this case no matter what. I don't have a prime suspect at all. And actually, no, I have one based on one very, very weak piece of circumstantial evidence. And nothing else in the case has pointed to her. But I'm hedging my bets on Sonia. Somehow!
Unbelievable.
Okay. What is this, Kuroko's basketball now? I was here the whole time.
Bastard!
Are you challenging the muscle bear?
Anyway.
You're not gonna stay like that.
See
Are
ya
you?
later. This is bad.
What, did I do something worth screenshotting? I don't know.
Like,
show some spirit! This, too, must be the will of causality.
Okay. Chiaki, you're my source of information on the game. Fuck you, Chiaki! You're like, you can talk to me if you need information on the game at any time. Apparently not.
It's nearly showtime!
God, if he's ever the actual killer in a case, which I hope not. I don't think so either, but at the same time, I could easily be wrong. It's gonna be so hard. I don't need you echoing Nagito. No. I believe you, Hyoko. I strongly believe you. Hello.
listen.
What did Takedo do this time? Wait, sparkling justice? Is this gonna be a robo justice? Oh yeah, by the way, I also haven't been giving too much thought into the accomplice angle. I don't know if anyone's actually gonna be an accomplice. Again, this case, I'm more lost on this case than I've been on any other case. It could be... Okay, realistically, it's gonna be one of the people, who played the game, but like... I don't even remember who all those people are! I wouldn't mind.
What the? Hey, hey!
Wait. They actually think he's a stuffed animal and not a robot?
Damn it!
You're so evil!
I actually tend to agree. It's kind of... it kind of ruins the aesthetic, Monokuma. Looking at these characters, I'm just realizing just how long Ibuki and not Chiaki, Mikan's hair are. Good lord. With a honorable mention to Sonya and Hiyoko, but their hair is more kept up.
So... impossible! That is... No! You... Yeah! Like...
I want to see an Elseworld story for both this game and the first game, where no one ever kills anybody and Monokuma just gets progressively more irritated. Wait. Okay, I guess suicide is possible under a number of circumstances, but I have my doubts that it was Mahiro or Byakuya. Probably not Teru either, but we've established that he could have psychically connected from the grave, I guess. I'm at least reasonably confident it wasn't Byakuya if we have to pick a dead person who it wasn't. What?! It's fake news, It's actually the hamsters stuffed in there. That's the reason. A trial is about to start, indubitably. Yeah, and Akane has something else that's pretty big. Okay. Chihiro. My hero's dead. I didn't think this would be a meme I'd be exposed to today. Akane Gundam. Sounds like a mecha anime. No! I wanted to save. Oh well, my previous save's not that far behind. Really don't like that you can change the difficulty halfway through. Okay, I'm gonna read everything, cause, God. Victim is Mahiro Koizumi. Estimated time of death is around 3 p.m. Naturally, 3 p.m. is when myself and Kazuichi showed up at the diner for Kazuichi's little beach time scheme. So, me and him are each other's alibis, unless if we were accomplices of each other, but I doubt that the case is going to turn around to it being us who did it. It is a good theme. The scene of the crime where the body was discovered is inside the beach house at Chandler Beach. Also, worth noting, there's no indication that the body was killed elsewhere. Cause of death is a single killing blow to the head with a blunt instrument, baseball bat, reminiscent of the video game. No other conspicuous external injuries and no trace of foreign substances such as drugs. Bloodstain on the floor has streaks leading to the roadside door. And my hero was killed instantly, according to the autopsy. So that means she couldn't have crawled. So for whatever reason, the killer, which this leads to me to believe it's probably not Kyoko, propped her up against the door. Had the physical strength to do so. Granted, she's pretty small, my hero. Well, actually, I don't know that for sure. Okay, yeah. She's pretty small. But so is Hiyoko by a considerable margin. We know these are Hiyoko's footprints, but we also know that she, left the beach. She was probably the first to discover the body. Yeah, assuming she didn't kill her, but, come on. I'll tell you what, I'm a little impressed if it's not the murder weapon. Someone was just a dick and was like, stick a baseball bat here while no one's looking. Just to confuse things. Nagito totally would have done that. Murder was done somehow in a completely different way, and Nagito shows up, he's like, ooh, grabs a baseball bat real quick, covers it in blood, sets it down. I doubt that, but I think fingerprint analysis is a little beyond their technological means, given the situation they're in. I'm sure they could do it, but it's a bit of a precise science to collect fingerprints most of the time. I have absolutely no idea how that's going to come into it. Gummy candy, of course, Hiyoko's favorite, plus we have her bag from the cottage. I'll be honest, I'm pretty much 100% convinced that it's not going to be Hiyoko. She's the only one that's not on my list of suspects at all. It's a little bit more difficult than that. I've taken a couple of forensic science classes. Granted, if the print is perfect, you can get lucky and get one, but usually you're not that lucky without the powders and such that they use, and even then, you need to be a little lucky. If Mikan's the killer, we can't trust her autopsy report. I'm not saying I think Mikan's the killer, but there's a thought process there. This seems likely that it was Fuyuhiko who sent the letter, given that he showed up around that time. I wonder what changes there'll be, because the last game had, of course, some add-ons for every single class trial to make it more difficult.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
I want to reread it, because yeah, you're right. The died instantly part is the important bit. That is actually like, you need an autopsy report to know.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
Please don't agree with Nagito,
I'm sure
even if he's
everyone
right.
who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
I did not receive a royalty check! I am calling my lawyer! Oh, wait.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Okay, Fuyuhiko is there, and he played 2 roles. Sato. Okay, unless I'm just missing it entirely, Sato is not someone here. That's probably gonna be important. Miyota is, of course, Ibuki. Kyoko. Make sure I got this right. Koizumi. Mahiro, okay. And Mikan. So Mikan, Mahiro, Fukihio, Ibuki, and the unnamed Sato is probably Boy F? Perhaps Sato is the sister that got killed, or whatever happened to the sister. Huh. Alright, Girl A was still alive by the end. Had a generally timid nature. Mikan.
I see! Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
I don't think you want to be talking to anyone right now.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
From Girl B. Oh, fuck you, I don't know. I'm just gonna go down the
I
list.
see!
girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C. I see!
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Let's move on to Girl D.
I see!
Oh, I
Girl
thought
D
Girl
is
E was the
my
one who was murdered with the
victim
camera
in
stuff
this
going
case.
on.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Damn it!
Meh. I really thought so. I guess it has to be
I
Fuyuhiko.
see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another
Maybe that's the
Kuzuryu.
sister situation? But
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the
is
staff
Sato a
roll.
girl's name? That's my bad.
Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play?
Yeah.
You probably noticed, right?
Which victim, though?
I see!
Okay.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Okay.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the movie. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
Assuming he's not the killer and doesn't die here, I'm willing to bet Fuyuhiko chills a little after this case.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
That's not a spoiler, is it, to know that the little sister's name is Natsumi? I was like, that would be bad.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
I don't have an emotional investment like you do, but I agree that it's not gonna be him.
Starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Ah, okay.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato. Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice? I don't know what Sato you're talking about.
Me neither.
but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
I really hope this case is not gonna come down to my understanding of Japanese naming conventions.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
Okay, I'm a little weirded out by her being, like, his partner in this farce at the moment.
Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So
Okay.
The mystery of
Okay,
the
so it
game
wasn't
is
just
the
me
murder
thinking
of
that was
Girl
over
E.
the top as hell. I picked up on that factor. It was more a factor of I just hope that my understanding of that doesn't matter for the case.
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed. Crap!
Okay, it's probably interfered, but like... I mean, Girl E could be the killer.
I see!
Okay, I see now what they're talking about.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
Did we establish who Girl E was? Fuck. Okay, so we don't know who Miss Sato is. Okay. And the first victim's the little sister. Okay.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon
Hell
crawler
yeah.
RPGs have a first-person point of view, So mapping into gray is a basic.
Aww. Now that my hero's dead, she can't do mapping. That's what she did in the first case. Now I feel bad for different reasons now. She got replaced.
We get it. Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside...
I'm not sure I'm gonna understand this case by the end of it. Even after everything's all solved. I might understand it when I replay the game, but...
The girls thought the killer escaped through there.
Yeah, but they were on the second floor, so that was throwing me.
The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
No, that was not
Girl
impossible
D was
if I
the one who
remember
went to
correctly.
the office to get the key to
Yeah.
the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
No.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Also stupid.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Oh, by the way, Sonya Nevermind could totally be Sato because she's got very equivalent ridiculous name to Celeste from the first game. And if that's the crap we're going with in these games. Something to do with the vase, perhaps?
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
What?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the four girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the four girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the four girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
That does make a little sense.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
Yeah, it worked out, right?
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end.
What the heck?
This is like if Scott Cawthon showed up behind MatPat as he was editing and he was like, "You didn't do good enough! Game theory better!"
Fine. Let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
Is this you in every case?
Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then,
Broken
will
fish
you
tank?
guys be able to figure...
I highly doubt it was the swimsuit that was used to murder.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she
Coulda
attacked her with a fish
bashed her.
tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
No, not if you bashed her head into the fish tank.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
What?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to...
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
I mean, I
That's
kind
too
of agreed
big to
with
be a
that.
weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with...
She beat her to death with her fists!
A A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
Idiot. There's a fish tank option to agree with. What the hell's wrong
Weapon
with
inside
me?
the music. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
I mean, you don't have to pick up a fish tank. Depends on how strong the killer was.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
I think I got it.
It's on that biggest.
You wrap. No, that wouldn't work. At least I don't think so. I was thinking you wrap whatever blunt instrument you're gonna use in the school
How about
swimsuit,
beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat
and
them,
then wash the swimsuit and throw it away.
it should have had blood stains.
Apparently I was off.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you attacked her with the...
That's too big to.
Then the piano.
It can't be the vase.
Investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was, it should have had
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
a weapon inside the music. What about broken glass? Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Maybe there's something in the crime scene photo I'm not thinking of. Obviously couldn't be the piano. I don't think anything else is there.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Killer
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
I suppose he could have bashed it against the window. Oh, I don't worry. I won't be asking for hints in this kind of thing. I will fail as needed. I don't think the broken window was in the music room, though. Unless I'm getting that wrong.
Why are you going even?
I'll try kill as a teammate, bro. It looks like it's gonna be my last one.
If it's a weapon that was, it should have had.
Was there a weapon
On
with...
broken
She beat her
glass.
to death with her fists!
I really hope it wasn't that. That'd be dumb.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass? Damn it!
I will be gaming over in a minute here. I would not recommend stepping in because I do want to get this done on my own. Eventually, somehow. Oh, gravel. Gravel.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
I don't have time.
Think you attacked her with...
That's too big to be a.
Yeah, I think I had it too. That's what sucks.
We will never give up.
A weapon inside the. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Think you attacked her with...
That's too big to.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
Investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Really?
A weapon inside the music room. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation can...
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
That's what's getting me stuck. It should have had bloodstains, I think.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
Wait.
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about
Definitely
beating her
not the
with
vase.
gravel
That's what I
instead?
know for sure. No, it
If
can't
it's a
be
weapon that
anything
was
to do
used
with the
to beat
vase.
them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Can I agree with the
A
fists?
weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was used, it should have had blood stains.
Yeah, I knew that was wrong. Every part of me knew that was wrong.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
How obvious is this supposed to be? Because I feel like I'm missing something
What about broken
dramatically.
glass?
I can't memorize in this game, right? Yeah,
Isn't
I
the
can't
cause of
memorize. It's definitely not the broken vase. Okay, do tell me if it is somehow the fucking broken vase. Because I am never gonna get there. It can't be the broken vase, because that was after. Alright.
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation can.
It's on that big a
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was, it should have had blood.
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
I'm not going with fists because it's in no way an unconventional weapon. That's what I'm saying. The vase was in the other room, so it couldn't be that. I'm just like,
Isn't the cause of
my
death
options
the
are
blow?
limited.
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Oh no, that doesn't work.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that big a.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Because there was no glass over her. There's no glass on the crime scene photo. But like, no. Blue text is something I have to agree with, so it...
It should have had blood.
Was there a weapon with blood? She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside.
And he's right about should have had bloodstains, because she's got blood, and it was a...
What about broken glass?
Okay. I knew it couldn't be that, but like,
Weapon inside the
I'm
music
struggling
room,
at this point.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
I thought I was on board with the unconventional weapon with the school swimsuit. I'm gonna go through with the school swimsuit again, because I tend to think that's the only unconventional weapon truly here. Because everything else is like, just scenery.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her
No,
with
there's
the fish
nothing to
tank.
agree with.
That's too
with
big to
school
be-
Then the
swimsuit.
piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation can.
It's on that big a.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon
I
with...
tried
She
that
beat her to
already.
death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death?
Think you talked her with...
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that big a.
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
She did not, in fact, wrap her fists
Weapon
in the
inside
school
music room,
swimsuit.
huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
I meant to open. Did she trip and fall? Internally, it's me too. God damn it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. And I'm gonna get a piece of paper and, like, just... God damn it. This is the fun part. So I have gotten a piece of paper. Okay. I'm going to write down the statements I can agree with and the one I can disagree with. And along with the pieces of evidence I can put forward, which... broken vase, which I am crossing out because I know it's not relevant, but I'm going to put it in the thing. This is going to take a minute. My God. Oh, broken fish tank. Broken face photo. Let's be clear. Oh dear. There's a victim's crime scene photo. Killer's escape route.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
If it ends up being if it ends up being this school swimsuit, I'm gonna pull out what little of my hair I have left, because I thought I'd tried everything that could be involved with. Alright.
Isn't the cause
Yeah,
of death?
I'm trying to solve a video game right now. This is the hardest segment of Danganronpa I've had to deal with.
She beat her to death with her fists!
I'm definitely
Weapon
gonna
inside
game
the
over
music
at
room,
least
huh?
once more.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room.
Alright. I've tried broken fish tank with broken glass and with the fish tank. There is absolutely none of these that could tie to with her fists. Watch me figure out the rest in a few minutes. People, we're gonna be here for the next 6 hours, okay? This one segment. Probably gonna be stupidly simple. I'm gonna feel like an idiot in a minute here. That's what's up. Alright. I see absolutely no way we can correlate the evidence we have, or the truth bullets we have, to with her fists. I got nothing. If it is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm crossing that out just to stop thinking of it. Yeah, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna look at the fish tank. And like cover the hands in gravel and was like I understand, Graham Leon. I understand completely if you gotta get done with your family and all that. I have serious cringe looking back at any time that involves myself on camera, so that's okay. Obviously, fish tank with fish tank did not work. Fish tank with glass did not work. Fish tank with fists would not work. I tried fish tank with gravel, that did not work. I don't think I tried fish tank with had bloodstains, so I know it's not gonna be it, but just so I can eliminate
What about broken
fish
glass?
tank
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
because apparently it's
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
so I can cross off fish tank. I'm really way off base with that one. Okay, so the crime scene. I think it has something to do with the crime scene photo. Y'all are gonna be like, by Jove, he's got it when I finally figure this thing out. Just killed in the music room, which is away from the base. That's all I can do. Of course, the fish tank was with the photo. I can't memorize, right? Because that was in the first game. Just like... bloodstains, and like she has bloodstains. I tried killing this girl, but I don't have bloodstains. Where's the crime scene photo that had bloodstains? Maybe. Oh no, that, because there's not a lot of blood around the crime scene.
Damn it! A weapon inside the muse. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
I'm thinking it's just that I'm getting rid of shit that I know is wrong.
We will never give up!
Watch, as soon as you leave, that's when I'm gonna
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to...
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going...
The investigation conducted.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with
If it's a weapon that was used to... It should have had blood stains.
That was it. Fuck. And yes, it's okay, in case you were actually asking. Agree with that. Blue is agreeing. Aye, aye, Commodore. This whole time, if I've had it backwards, oh my god. I need to agree with blue states.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
There's not even gravel in the photo, is there? think so. Shouldn't look wet either. But does she? I'm sure it's pretty wrinkly. No broken glass in the crime scene photo. Stolen screws from the zoo has nothing to do with broken glass. So broken glass isn't the answer. Is she leaning against the fish tank? Is that what it is? Maybe they pushed it on top of her head after?
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was... It should have had...
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was... It should have had...
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death...
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
I mean, I didn't want this to be trial and error, but that's pretty much what it became. Mostly because everything I've tried has been error.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death...
Think you talked her with the...
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation can.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Damn it!
I'm gonna try school swimsuit with gravel.
A weapon inside the music room,
tried
huh?
everything else, so...
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death...
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation can.
It's on that biggest scale too.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
Got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
Maybe I'll feel stupider later after I've gone over this again. But what? I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand it's an unconventional weapon. That's why I was thinking earlier that the school swimsuit made sense for a few other things, but God.
My goodness. I got it right. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible.
Yeah,
it's
you
too
wrap
small
the
to be a
school
weapon.
swimsuit around it. The worst part is, that's what I was thinking for a couple other things.
What if the gravel was put inside? If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, and the only thing I can think of is the
It's like I was on the right track, but I kept missing the mark.
If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
That didn't help. Yeah, laugh it up, Gray Marillion. Laugh it up. As I was just telling our good friend Gone, the worst part about it is I was kinda on the right track with wrapping the swimsuit around something. But I picked the wrong thing twice. Oh, that's the worst part to me.
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen.
I'm only talking crap, dude. It's good. Oh, let's just hope that's not every single non-stop debate in this trial. As I said, I came into this trial 100 times more confused than any other trial in the series so far, so I'm not surprised I had one of those. I just wish it had been something to do with the actual case.
And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it has to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Oh my god. Who the fuck is who again? Girl E was Sato. Girl D is photographer lady Mahiro. Okay. So we're saying that Mahiro helped kill herself. Let's not delve too deep into this.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiro is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim.
Okay.
Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, She choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
I don't remember. Do I have information? I spent so long on that. Oh, if it's a guy, sure.
I see.
Spent so long on that one puzzle.
Guy F.
I don't remember anything else.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
And if Guy F is...
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is, I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
Girl E was the one killed with the baseball bat, so...
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game.
My question is, why would
As
they
proof,
follow the game's
Mahiru, who was killed in the
blueprint?
beach house.
Like, I'm not discounting the possibility that Nagito is somehow involved with that.
And Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
That's my opinion.
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true
Yeah,
killer.
because, like, why would you set it up to look like that?
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Everyone turns to Nagito? It's not me.
Isn't that what happened, Kyoko?
Nah, I'm not buying it.
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
I'm sticking true to this one.
What are you saying, you
I don't know who the
asshole?
heck did it. Not you.
Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
That's correct.
Go to the beach house!
Ah, I thought I had it. Tried to get in between without shooting it down.
What are you saying? Accusing me of...
Why do you doubt?
Do you know where Hiyoko... She was at the beach house. But I didn't go to the beach house. I was squishing Mr. Ants all day. What are you saying? Accusing me of...
Why do you doubt Hiyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
No, that's wrong.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
We saw you.
Seriously, I told you I didn't.
It don't matter if we have footprints. We saw you there.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used the different...
Not to mention that the dead body announcement ceremony only happens after 3 people have discovered the body.
A different entrance. Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning
Okay, you're
walk,
spitting
that
some
doesn't have
bullshit,
anything
but
to
I
do with
still
the
have
case at
faith in
all.
you.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh?
It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Should have been not the shower room.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I
No.
did.
Because the shower room wasn't the room we found the stuff that indicates her and the gummy bear.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
I really thought the letter on Mahiro was from Fuyuhiko. Looks
Saying I
like
met
I
up
was
with her
wrong
when I
now.
never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots? I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up at the beach house?
Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? I did go to the... but only during my morning walk.
Okay, I just
No,
had it
that's
backwards.
wrong.
Okay. Okay, just because I get one wrong doesn't mean it's going to be as disastrous as that one was.
Will
Okay?
you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
That letter! It's the one Mahiro
Yeah.
had, right?
Guy C.
I was thinking it was like a
was able to
forgery,
arrange a
but
meeting with
I'm way
Mahiru
off.
by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious. I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Wait, we're
Roger and I met up at the
remembering.
diner around
Fuck
3 p.m.
you
to go to the
guys.
beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around.
Sorry if I'm getting a little
3:30 p.m.
sweary in this stream. This case is really eating at me. Not for bad reasons. It's decently hard and I like that, but
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong. You're totally wrong.
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself.
that would
in a
explain why
specific
Pekka
place.
was swimming and washed the blood off.
There's evidence for that too.
Here!
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
You're not helping.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
You're committal to your character. Your commitment
But
to your
Hiyoko
character
was
is
calculated
phenomenal.
that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof. My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out.
It's a trap. This is obviously someone's trap.
I agree.
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
Also, why would I wear the mask? Literally, my hair is bigger than my entire head. What would I do about it?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Okay.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, if you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand?
trash can with all the non-sweet bottles in it.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
I believe you.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
Wrong.
And that's how you left your footprints!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion.
Oops. I don't think it's trash can because it doesn't really pertain to that.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
You're right, how unlike him. Killer's escape route was in the video game, so I don't think that's gonna help us right now.
There's no doubt.
Obviously, the window in the cottage is gonna come back, so they'll tie back together.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. No, that's wrong.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene is yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy. See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Bop! What was that?
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Yeah, you're right. Nagito hasn't said a word because he's been too busy doing this the whole time.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence
She wouldn't
left.
have been able to move the body.
We're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant
At
death?
least if Mikan's telling the truth.
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry!
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door.
I think it would be super lame if you helped out twice in a row. You might have. That might be the gimmick of this game, is figuring out how the hell you screw everything up.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true!
Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body?
Not if she had Nagito's
If she
help, I
handled
guess.
the body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Oh, okay.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me.
Panic talk action or sword fight time?
We haven't decided that yet.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up!
I don't think it's
Telling
you
she's
either.
the
I
killer.
believe in you.
That little bitch is definitely the killer! If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her butt. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of. I can't back down. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her bot. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of. I can't back down.
Okay.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just
It's out of
washed it
order.
off in the shower. The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach house can be proven. Did you get all that, you bastard? So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the... After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she
Probably
put them
not.
back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
It's not technically impossible, but at the same time, come on. And also, she would be covered in blood anyway. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before.
Yeah, if she was covered in blood, it would have soaked through to the robe anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put
Who's
on
gonna
and take
help
off
her
clothes.
now?
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house
That's right,
prohibited
shit.
in the first place?
I even mentioned that in the last stream, that was gonna become important.
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood
Yogi
that got
Bear
on her?
reference.
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Which Akane is our, yep.
Cause if
But
so,
the guy who is a badass ultimate coach, whose name I'm fumbling on, can back her up.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life. That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does.
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, Pig Bart. I hope you get a hangnail and die. I'm sorry for being Pig Bart.
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said,
Thank you,
it was
Gon.
a trap.
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier... Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... Around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
Alright. It's all coming together. I'm bringing back my initial forgery thought process. I'm also putting Pecco on notice.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
The other letter, right?
I can prove it with this. This letter, doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
Different message, different sender. Of course, it was between the two, but like, obviously not.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m., but in Hyoko's letter,
This one might not be a forgery. Maybe. Only maybe.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
it's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hiyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It was both letters then.
Damn it!
Oh, wait. Fuck.
I see! The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions.
I didn't
That's
think
how we should
Yoko was
figure it out.
necessary for the manipulation aspect of this, but I was looking at that way wrong time-wise.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times, but the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all.
I tend to believe you, but at the same
It's all my
time, come
fault.
on.
I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something. Medicine?
Do we know what that could be?
Medicine.
Obviously, yeah, one of those, but like, have we seen something? I
Drugstore?
don't think so.
I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate, the killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope.
You're everything wrong with Makoto in so many ways, which obviously the intent, obviously. It's like...
Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion.
I didn't want Makoto in both games.
Class trial should be.
I will say that if he dies in this game, it'll be worth it. Hello, Lightly.
I'm on the side
Greetings
of
and
absolute hope that
salutations.
can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray, and you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
That works.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
Oh, good lord, am I having fun? Yes. Overall, I have not been more lost in a trial so far than this one. Mostly because of one individual segment that really screwed. Yep, there we go. Swimsuit Grella, yeah. Oh god. I am having fun.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us.
Currently, list of suspects. I know I'm probably supposed to consider Fuyuhiko one, but I don't. So yeah, it's Peko is my #1 suspect, and I'm keeping Sonia on notice. You know you lightly. You don't understand. Oh god. Oh, I think Gray Marillion can enlighten you as to the horror, if he feels so inclined.
So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Mainly, she was, someone who could have, washed off blood, that's why she would have been swimming. Also, her shock and awe at the gummy thing from earlier. Whoa. Hold up. I finished it while he was showering, let's be clear. It was close to enough time to shower, but not quite.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. What? He's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Do I have to select who I think it was?
Well now.
Yes. Yes. And I also got the 200 coin bonus. Speaking of, have I cleaned up after her recently? Yes, I did. Okay. And now I've laid a new egg from a rabbit. I don't know how that really works, but hey.
Correct. You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
I wonder if that was a genuine reveal.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that!
Is Monami... Who's Monami's voice actress? I don't want to Google it, because, like, I could get, like, some reveal as to who Monami is. So don't tell me. Like, it could end up being, like, a spoiler. So this is her. This is infuriating because it's something I can't Google, to find out because I recognize the voice. But I don't want to risk spoiling myself on something, and I feel like, did I see there in an anime somewhere before? Let's see. Here.
I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Yeah, because that's what you would have noticed right then.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
Could have hid in the shower room, but...
There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there!
Could have come in from the window.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what...
I mean, a lot of shows. Gosh, not even worth going through a list. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Thank you for pulling that up. Yeah, I'm okay knowing the voice actress's name, but like, what if I look up the voice actress for money and find out that it's another major character in Danganronpa? Suddenly, I'm thinking, oh shit, Monami is so-and-so. And even if that's not the case, that's not crap I want in my head. That's the tough part about mystery-based games, is the moments like that. Yeah, I will be right back after these. So the good news about Logic Drive is I actually have a skill that I got a skill. It like boosts my jump or whatever, and hopefully that helps. I don't know what Logic Drive's all about, but I was like, jumping? No, I don't wanna. What? What? Left to jump, right to brake. What? Would have been when my hero first showed up there. Oh. This is like pod racing mini games. What am I gonna need to jump though? Shit. Brake, open, help, mouse, move. Oh, I see. I need to go physically to the left. I hope I'm right. Somehow after she left. No. Wait. It would have been impossible to do the, yeah, fuck. I was right before. Before Hiyoko left. So she was using the grate in the bathroom, the shower room. A little bit. Okay. This is kind of fun, honestly. Oh! Duh! I was taking it she still had to be in the building, but if the beach is an option, she had the swimsuit on, she was swimming, fine, cool. Aha, that would have been too easy. That would have been exceptionally kind of them. Let me get away with that. How did she do it, though? I mean, I guess she's got the ninja skills and all that, but... No, I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that at all.
It's all coming together.
Could have given me different questions.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
I'm sorry.
Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it?
Because if she could go in and out of the shower room window, like, I guess it's possible.
Personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
Oh, what are you saying? Stop being a annoying, or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
Couldn't have hidden the fridge, could she? Somehow? I guess that's the reason all the drinks were removed. I didn't think that they were saying it was big enough for that kind of thing, but it's the only option. Right?
Crap!
Check the shower. I guess it has to be the shower room. It's not. What the hell?
Crap!
I'm obviously not thinking right.
Here!
They were both in there?
The killer is probably hiding in the closet.
Yeah, no kidding, Lightly.
That's where I was locked up!
Yeah, spell this out for me. That's actually
After you woke up,
interesting.
you rushed out of there, right? You probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But the two people
Yeah, but you looked inside there carefully enough to be like, I didn't see the gummy at all when I woke up. Otherwise, on board. Cool.
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
That suits. Under the canoe?
Crap!
Here!
Okay.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. 'Cause we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding up and hiding very close.
That's adorable. And that's freaky. Adorable, freaky. Adorable, freaky.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
What?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had
That's
planted,
gonna come into this.
it would have
Why?
messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Say whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time.
I was thinking the putties from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, personally. They've really upped their game. Killing teenagers, they've had a lot of practice.
The announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, yes. So finally, I was on board to something that was gonna be revealed before they got there. Yes.
Is the killer also included among those 3 or more
Yes,
people?
this is something I've wanted to know for a long time.
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't.
Yeah,
include
I
the
didn't
killer
think
this
so, because it
time,
never
okay?
did in the
All
first
done.
game. He's gonna have to correct for that later. Somehow, so it's no longer that.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
So Kazuichi's definitely not the killer, which we already knew.
Nothing.
Body
I just
discovery
thought it was
announcement
somewhat
happened
strange.
after Hiyoko
Look,
left the
we're-
beach.
Let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
And Hiyoko was the first to discover the body, of course. So Kazuichi showed up, and then who was the third? Because it wasn't.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Memorization. I tell you what, I am really thrilled by whoever, and I'm assuming it was a team because it's complicated to write games. Whoever wrote this game. Okay, Lightly. I don't need you for this. Lightly is having flashbacks to my absolute failures of the last trial of the first game. That's what's happening. It's like, not again! Not again! It would be totally bogus if shower room was still the answer. And I'm just sitting here like, where is the answer? What do I memorize?
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, it's not gonna be that.
Use the shower. Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
Makes sense to me.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
they cut it up and
As someone who flushes their
Doubtful.
shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Ooh, there's actually a lot to this.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
Did they use something other than the shower?
What did they do with the bloody wet?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Oh, can you not memorize truth statements?
What did the killer do with the blood on their...
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use...
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe
Okay, so
they
you
wore one when they
absolutely
moved
can't
the body.
memorize
They
those.
used
That
something
helps.
other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other... Perhaps someone other than...
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed...
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the...
what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wet?
They cut it up and
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other way. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
They just needed to wash off the blood. They didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Ah, they would have left. Duh.
damn it!
Think bastard. Drinks? Guess that's possible.
I see!
Drinks inside the
Practical.
refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
No, the pressure would be a problem there.
I've seen through it.
In theory, then, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Trash can. Yep.
It's true there...
Let's just double check trash can.
In the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
God, I hate button mashers.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words. There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after
Okay,
the
so-
incident, right? But before, and the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a
No,
fallacy.
it's not.
There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
You should have said so sooner.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand
Blood
explanation.
stains. It's like it's not that easy. You need a lot of pressure and ideally some like God. I've like filmed things before with imitation blood, and obviously it's not the same, but like you get a general idea of the stickiness, and like yeah, you can wash it out with water, but you need a lot. Whoever did it would still be soaked to a degree, at least in their hair, probably more.
It seems you've realized who the killer. See? Just as I thought.
Is that true?
Let me
If it's
ask,
not Pecco, I'm
who
a
might
little
that
shocked. Honestly, the fact that the mask hasn't come into this yet, though, makes me think that they're gonna go for a final twist, so we'll see. I went straight past her. Fuck. No, I didn't. Okay.
You're the only one! Pecco, is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner. If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent. Say something. Hold on, you bastard. You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Reason. I guess he could be. What the fuck's going on?
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
He's also the only one who could possibly wear that stupid mask and have his hair be covered. I don't think that you're the main killer, though.
Anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Pecco is.
Who cares about that?
Because he wants the correct killer to be found so he doesn't die? That's not a question at all, idiot.
We might have an answer.
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Pecco is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Could it be a little brother situation? No. Remember the first trial.
I see. If the roadside and beachside
Believe
doors
me,
aren't
if I
an option,
prophesize something,
other
it's
thing
not
I can
gonna
think
help
of
me
is-
in the moment.
Well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Pecco could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone.
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Because you can't let her.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Heka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would... And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No!
Okay, are we coming back to Sonya with her wetsuit of doom? I have no idea, so I'm just gonna... Okay. Can't be an M. Bamboo? I'm getting really lucky, just for the record. Fuck, I meant to press... Ah. Bamboo sword. Yeah, I forgot you. Oh, I guess that is pretty obvious for Peko. I really want this wetsuit to be the murder weapon. You can't stop me. Yeah, that was my initial thinking for how someone could get out, but I totally forgot about her fucking sword. If she had an accomplice, that works perfectly. I forgot, like, the key distinction about her. I failed. Oh, no. Shit.
I got it!
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right?
No, that was the swimsuit. I was referring to the wetsuit. I have been suspicious of Sonya ever since that thing came into play.
If I recall correctly, you had it then, too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a
Tell you
step
what.
stool?
I figured it would have been possible with someone with enough skill, but I didn't. I honestly was pushed away from thinking that that was what it was going to be.
You see? I knew
Now, how did what I said in the first trial apply to that? What did I say?
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
I was figuring that her with the wetsuit was something to do with hiding blood or using it to wash herself.
Miss Sonia, ninjas.
I
only
mean,
exist in
ultimate
Japan.
thinking that the ultimate swordswoman was a ninja wasn't really prophesizing something. It was more just going off of, well, she has a sword. Ninja. Also, just her general demeanor.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, you have anything to say?
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible!
Shit, I'm doing this wrong. Final strike.
Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard?
That's right.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
I forgot how to do it, but I'm on board now.
Bastard!
Had to waste my fever time, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes.
You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut! Got proof, you bastard! That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
How am I doing better now that I can't see the tempo?
Bastard! Bastard! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind! This is the end!
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool...
That is literally my best performance in this game, is when I couldn't see the tempo. I was like, bam, bam. I was failing tremendously before then.
Wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up to her...
Wow, I love the cold look in her eyes. Granted, she has red eyes, so it's pretty easy to give off that look, but...
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag too.
Sword
She
boob
used
bam
them
bag.
both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
Still haven't
just
settled the
back
mask. Is it just a coincidence? A red herring?
Is it true?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard!
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our vote.
He looks like he's about to challenge someone to a duel. He looks like he should have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel disc right there.
Agreed. Hurry up.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it
We
wait
haven't
until
run through
after
everything.
voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Pecco's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right?
So?
Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
No, I don't think you're that nutso.
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Are you that serial killer? I don't think so.
It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of.
Maybe.
Justice is the eternal sun. And the enduring
Are they really
moon,
doing this?
the protective father, and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Pecco!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze, and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
Yeah, I'm on your team,
So I
Fuyuhiko.
must fight.
This
I must
seems
continue to
farcical.
fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of
No
malevolent
way.
evil. Justice complete.
No fucking way. Yeah.
Center of justice that is
History
pierced by
doesn't repeat
justice.
itself, but it sure as heck rhymes is
Justice
definitely
that
the
shines in the night
guiding
sky.
line of these games, but
That would be me. Sparkling justice.
no
Now
way.
then,
There's gotta be
Let's
something.
execute justice.
What? What the fuck?
Pecco, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
Even Nagito has to be thrown by this.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Pecco finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
Ally of justice?
So that's why you're wearing a mask.
This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming...
I still don't entirely buy it.
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
Feel like she's taking the fall for somebody or something
Now
stupid
take
like
a
that.
look. It's a kill.
This again?
He's like,
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew
knew about that incident, then you must have played the game.
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
Let's go over this incident one more time and...
Okay. Probably the footprints. Okay. Fuck. I had that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was my fault. I was like thinking wrong, way wrong there. Got it. I thought that I couldn't find where the gummy was gonna go, so I had to exhaust my possibilities. What, y'all always perfect when you play this game? Come on, Lightly. Oh, sure. Sure thing, bud. left the baseball bat, but that's not a baseball bat putting down animation type thing. Okay, so it has to be that. Yeah, it's the baseball bat, okay. No. Okay. And in order to retrieve the sword, da 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 da. Nope, wrong one.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when
Yeah, guys.
Mahiru most likely.
I don't need a recap. It is currently 2 o'clock in the morning. And what time is it for y'all?
And so the killer. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
I see.
And what of it? She's like totally cool with it.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
I got some Australians in the chat. Welcome back, Gone. I don't know if you've been here this whole time, but salutations.
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason
I
to
can't
condemn
believe
you.
this.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on.
What is Australia? Okay. Forgive me if I have a tendency to take anything you might say lightly. Well, happy to have you both here on my apparently convenient for out-of-country time schedule.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice! If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world?
Yeah, so it was what I said. I'm allowed to joke too, honestly.
Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice! Hurry, and carry on justice!
I don't want you to die just so you can meet Genocide Jack. I'm not even entirely sure I buy this crap.
If we let Pecco go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
Ah, he finally woke up.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who
Are
will
you
be
sure?
chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the
Are you gonna give some
dreadfully
memories to her?
wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
Ooh.
Pardon me, can we...
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Your deductions are more on point than Sayaka's.
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little.
I don't know what I'm preparing for, but I can't possibly lightly. There's no way. I can't prepare for whatever the hell they're gonna drop on me.
That makes her an enthusiast!
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. There's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Pecco.
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling justice!
Are you sparkling justice? Oh my god, no. Please, no. What? Oh. No, I just don't know.
I see! That's right.
The article was written in their native language.
Oh, fuck.
If she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English.
Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?
Okay, so is it all a lie?
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
I mean, you could be a Japanese person who lived in Spain.
If you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time
Oh,
has come
thank
for this
God.
mask
It was
to
too
come off.
stupid. It was too stupid.
However, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
It's
the
no
vote's already
longer
been
end.
cast.
Even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like...
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it. I see!
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier? That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
I don't want it to be him, but he's the only one worth talking about.
You're the only one!
I see. Now I finally see the connection.
I was thinking he was the accomplice this whole time, just not... I didn't understand why we weren't
But
coming
even
to
if
it.
it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
Here we have photos.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was
Yellow
necessary
hairs,
to
too, I
confirm it
guess.
if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder. There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. Photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko. Didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize.
Right.
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? Cause Peko is the killer, right?
That's why I told you. You're all too late.
Oh, piss off with you smiling about
As
it.
I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill him. Not even the will to kill him. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young
Really?
master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of
Yeah, I
this
was right. I
case.
could not have possibly been prepared for this.
I'm sure you realize it by now.
I mean, obviously, I
It's
could have
too
picked up
late.
on the envelope and stuff like
cannot
that.
undo the
Been a
vote.
little bit more on point, realizing what was up, but I'm saying, good lord. How do we know we can't undo a vote?
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now
Yeah,
is wait
if she was the one who actually did the killing below. I wonder what number 2 could possibly be.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Sorry.
Hey! Hey, hey!
Well, you just don't know.
Doesn't matter, you still did the job. Unless you didn't. That's what we need to know.
Hey,
No. You're nothing but a tool.
What?
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
So that's why he was so
That
hardcore
is-
not wanting Peko to be the killer. So he might not have worked with her at all.
Nothing.
fiend?
No. I am nothing but a tool.
Damn it. Damn it! Don't fuck with me!
You...
So...
But... Oh my my! Huh? But... Are you serious?
I'm just glad that it's looking like Sonia's probably not sparkling justice either. Probably. I don't need that back.
Oh.
But... Hey.
What the?
Damn it!
And so...
That is... Hey.
Why, you...
But... Why?
Shut the hell up!
What are you saying?
Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Now that is, not true.
Jeez.
I still don't think you...
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
That's your kill. If you're considered a student at Hope's Peak, that's you.
What?
Of course!
Be quiet.
Yes, indeed!
It cannot be.
That's obviously wrong!
No.
This is troubling!
I see.
But yeah. Otherwise, it's impossible for her to be a killer, and that creates an uneven situation that was not spelled out in the rules.
Great!
And I tell you what, if you were in a legal courtroom in any part of the world, Pecco's not getting off. Maybe. Fuyuhiko's getting a Charles Manson type sentence. But
Wrong. Now then. Huh? Hey. What?
Hold on.
What? Jeez.
Hey,
they may not be legal courtrooms, but Monokuma tries to follow his own twisted form of procedure.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
Master.
Hey.
I hate you. I hope I have less reasons to hate you by the end of the game. Redemption arc, Nagito. I'm saying Monokuma's twisted version of his own rules follow their own sense of logic. And I just don't think that one passes the smell test, if I'm being honest. Because she has to be a student at Hope's Peak, logistically. And, like, if she can't kill of her own volition, that creates a new set of rules for her herself.
Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You... What the hell did you do?
Either way, it's kind of a moot conversation. Either way, it's gonna work out. Well, not so much. One person's gonna die, probably.
What's going to happen?
But not a bunch of people.
Someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Yeah. Hey, Pekka. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Wow.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me.
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape! Sorry.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
he is best boy.
Echo.
Young master.
Uh-oh. Too bad. Why you?
Hey. Jeez.
Sorry. Huh?
Young master.
What?
Even so,
How is he gonna kill you?
Echo.
I am terribly sorry. Goodbye. And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
I highly doubt that we're gonna be that lucky.
I will never feel despair.
So cool!
Alright, here we go.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
So,
I want you to remember.
Well, that's okay. The really sad thing about this is, like, it's like, this is just a really elaborate way that she ended up killing herself.
Thrills, chills, kills!
why?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I never needed a tool. So, you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Peko. Don't go!
This is the first time we've seen someone this upset about someone else going to die.
I need you! Don't leave me!
Oh,
Young Master? Young Master!
no. Oh, no. And that brought her a degree of despair, didn't it? Different. Is it voodoo doll? Oh! Are they both gonna die? Is Monokuma gonna make her kill him? Is that what just happened? No. Oh my god.
That is impossible.
Okay. That was the best one. Oh my god. Hand down. I don't. Fuck.
Such a waste. Damn it.
Oh.
That was the best one, bar none. Well, I'm saying it's the best one so far. Obviously, I don't know what's coming in the future. God, I don't think anyone else... That was the most brutal one, because it's like when Superman was tricked into killing Lois Lane. It's like, oh my god.
Such despair. Isn't that right?
Oh.
Listen carefully.
Really?
What?
Everyone!
You
Yes!
serious?
Okay.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay? Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying, but his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
You're so stupid.
You stupid brother.
I don't believe it. What the heck?
That's wrong.
Huh?
Hey.
Violence? They alone. Yeah, but like he was like trying to exercise violence against Monokuma, so it's like I figured he was being executed for that. Not against Monokuma, but like trying to save Peko.
Hey.
Unbelievable. Fine. So,
Either way, good.
An ambulance?
just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
Yeah, you're right. It's not against the rules, but I guess Kyoko wasn't killed for it. No, wait, no, Kyoko wasn't the one who tried to stop the execution of Makoto. That was Alter Ego. Never mind. Stupid thing that I just said.
Damn it.
Perhaps.
However,
Fall, my tears.
That was nuts.
damn it!
It's kind of funny. It's partially because I've been the stupidest in this trial so far compared to the other trials, but this was my least favorite trial of the game. Just because of that, selfish, I know. Greatest aftermath with all that nonsense. Obviously, I haven't chatted with you much lately, but your English seems really solid.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too?
Someone's
More
bringing
people
it
are
up.
already
Good.
gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore whether it's better if we let them leave this island or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul
That's what I'm saying,
resurrection of
going,
the
yeah, lately,
ultimate
you're on
despair.
point.
And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means.
If you needed to pay an ultimate price, maybe you should have tried to keep the ultimate affluent progeny alive. Could have afforded it.
Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Danganronpa.
Well, that was different. Yeah, I guess it can be looked at it that way, but he wasn't exactly thinking the most rationally about it, it didn't seem either. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, is that Hyoko seemed like she got there early. No, I'm gonna wrap it up here. This seems like a good system. Go but chapter by chapter. I know that there were bad moments, but I do hope that everyone enjoyed the stream of consciousness that is my idiocy. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, I'm gonna try and hang out with Ibuki, assuming I get some free time in Chapter 3. Finish off that hope fragment nonsense. Until next time, folks, have a wonderful night.